Kirk here with Attack Gaming. We are with Tramell Isaac. We are at SOE Live 2014 here in Vegas, and we're here to talk about PlanetSide 2. First off, in the introduction, you guys told a lot of what happened in the last couple months. Two of the biggest updates you guys have ever done. For PlanetSide 2.
Yes, it was really nice. Hassan came out, and that was long time coming. Yeah, everybody was looking forward to that, and of course we got directive system in there. It's going to help people get into the game a little bit easier.
So what most people are here to watch or to learn about at SOE Live is what's coming up for PlanetSide 2. People love what's coming up. So a couple of things. You do have the Valkyrie, which is currently on the public test server. Tell us a little bit about the Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie is going to be a 4-man vehicle. It's a flying vehicle. It's got 2 rumble seats that allow you to shoot whatever weapon you choose outside of those rumble seats. It's got a gunner and a dedicated driver. So the pilot doesn't have a gun, but the gunner has a 360 weapon that he can shoot at will, whatever he wants. But it's basically more of a kind of a squad attack vehicle where you can get like 4 guys and get another couple guys with some Valkyries and drop C4 or come in hot and heavy and drop maxes off, whatever you want to do. But I think it's going to be a great addition to the game, and we're looking forward to getting some test information off that. Yeah,
it does seem pretty versatile. How are people playing with it now? Are they liking it?
Oh, we've just put it up, so it's not. We were. I think we were here when we put it up. So we haven't gotten any information on it yet, but when we do, we'll definitely be trying to tweak the numbers and make sure that it feels like a unique vehicle. It is a Nanite Systems vehicle, so everybody can get it, but we definitely want it to feel unique and fit a certain role.
Also coming up is squad mentoring. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it allows, one of the squads and outfits are like the backbone of PlanetSide 2, and we don't want people, we want to try to find a way to keep people in the game and get people into the game in an easier way. And I think the squad mentoring is going to allow people who are new to the game align themselves with somebody who's a more, aficionado of the game or a veteran of the game to get mutual benefit from the game. So as a noob, you'll be able to get extra points for following the orders of someone who's more veteran, and the veteran and that's in that squad, if you have a noob in that squad, they'll get extra bonuses for having that person and then guiding them along the way.
Yeah, because one of the things you guys talked about is in a shooter, it's always people want to kind of be in a clan, but you're probably afraid at first because you're like, I'm not good enough to be in a clan. I shouldn't try for that. But in PlanetSide 2, you need to kind of work together. You need to be in a clan. So that helps recruit players and also force players to kind of get out there and join some sort of clan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it makes new players more attractive to people who are just casually playing because now they can get more XP for helping someone out. At the same time, it allows that new person to get acquainted with the game, to get acquainted with other people in the game, and then eventually end up in the outfit themselves.
And then you guys also talked about mission system enhancements and also resource system enhancements. Explain a little bit about those.
Well, the resource system, for example, a perfect example would be we've taken and it just kind of condensed it down to one resource. Which is going to allow people to just pull whatever they want to pull, as opposed to trying to I really need to get my aircraft stuff together, or I need to get my tanks together. It's just one continuous resource that anybody can pull from. It simplifies it. It makes it really easy to digest, so people aren't really confused. Like, where do I go for these types of things? Where do I go for these types of things?
Especially for a newer player.
Yeah, exactly. All of these things are for onboarding purposes. For people who are just getting into the game, so they can understand the game. It's not as complicated. If you want to stick around for the complications and the nuances of the game, then it's there. But we're not like dumbing down the game. We're just trying to get that first 15 minutes to be easier to digest. And the mission system, like when we first released it, we were talking about just making sure that we started a process to get people something to do initially. And now, like right now, what we're doing is starting with directives, which is an addition to the mission system, which allows you to achieve actual physical things. Well, not physical, but in-game items. Based on your performance within the missions.
And that's a cool thing too for squads and be able to kind of show off.
Yeah, exactly. So you can, right now what we're seeing is people are actually achieving those goals, getting a Raxium level weapons, and those are completely unique to those achievements. So you'll have like one person who's got an Araxium rocket launcher and another person who has an Araxium SMG. So like it all depends on how you want to play and which ones you want to chase.
And then you also talked a little about the Empire buggies.
Yeah, that's what's coming up. Those are the things that are coming up. Hopefully we'll try to get those in this year. The Empire buggies are basically a throwback from the original PlanetSide. The Thresher, the Marauder, and Enforcer. We need to round out the Empire-specific offerings within the game, and this is just our way to do that. And then we'll also, at the same time, be releasing those who want to create things for Player Studio, so that when we actually do release the Empire-specific buggies, we'll have Player Studio items that go along with them.
Nice. And then kind of the last thing you guys talked about, the battle islands. So you've got a couple battle islands coming up. You talked about at last year's SOE Live, the Nexus, and a couple more.
Yeah, Nexus is pretty much in the bag. I think in order for the game and continent locking and having the game to move the way it needs to move, it needs 3. So we're not really working on Nexus. That's just kind of waiting. We're working on a couple ideas, basically concepts at this point in time. No real hard ideas of what they're going to be. But one is a floating island system where it's got a series of floating bases and land masses, and the other one's like a city or urban landscape. So right now we're kind of working on those and trying to make sure that they get flushed out, doing tests internally. But we're definitely going to aim for 3, try to get those done sometime this year, and hopefully that'll complete like the loop of all the maps that we currently have.
Yeah, because people kind of wanted, PlanetSide is known for those huge battles, but kind of not small scale, but a little smaller. Just, do you have a little bit more idea of what's going on?
Well, the battle islands are going to allow you to do 48 versus 48, so platoon versus platoon. So it's going to give you that competitive feel that some people may be looking for. At the same time, kind of completing the loop where we're basically locking off the warp gates and changing like continent locking the way it works and having that the same kind of feel that we had in the PlanetSide 1.
Yeah, cool. So that's PlanetSide 2 here at SOE Live.